different!
Starting the coffee with the K-bar chopsticks using the Vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee at the molecular level. Good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, Nicaraguan coffee made with the pour-through method. Not bad. Not bad at all. I usually like pour-through. My mother did a lot of pour-through when I was a child, teenager. We had that in our home. And I went to other methods since, and I come back to pour-through every now and then. Yeah. Did you ever notice that the most quaint postcard-looking towns have some of the most evil people in them? I used to live in a town that was really just postcard. People, when guests would come into town, they'd say, wow, what a nice little town. It looked really nice. The buildings were beautiful. The little downtown section was beautiful. But at the political meetings, you saw nothing but evil. Nothing on both sides, just dirty, evil secrets. Evil. Politicians, judges, all evil. Looks are deceiving, my friends. Looks are deceiving. Remember my Daybreak Show when I talked about relationship PTSD? That is so worth looking into if you feel you have it. If you are afraid to move forward in relationships because you have shell shock from the last relationship or relationships that you've had, or you've had a string of failures and you're tempted to blame yourself. Let me remind you, it takes two. Sometimes maybe you did overlook things and you married or dated crazy and it really wasn't you, but that's rare. But that happens. But it's rare. It takes two to make things go wrong. Most people play off of each other's bad words and habits, behavior patterns. Yeah. Many people are afraid to move forward because of relationship PTSD. And they want guarantees for the future, but there are no guarantees. There's no way that you can, you know how you can purchase a warranty when you buy an electronic item or an appliance? There's no warranties for relationships. So what happens is, for instance, if you had 3 Ford vehicles over a period of time, and all 3 Ford vehicles ended up giving you trouble, are you going to get another Ford? No, you're going to think, wow, they're all trouble. They're nothing but problems. So you're going to go to Toyota, Chevy, Nissan, Honda, and try something else. Many people create their opinions about things and their behavior based upon past experiences. And those experiences are not to be ignored. Only a fool keeps diving into the same burning house over and over again. Many people just say, I'm out, I'm done. And then just have opportunistic relationships for many years or the rest of their life. What is the answer? That's something you need to explore. You've heard me say, date long, marry slow, and divorce fast. What I really mean by the divorce fast is this, is that if you are going to get divorced, if you get to that point where you're ever going to be divorced, do it fast. Do not try to fight and save something. I know it sounds noble to save the marriage. Divorce fast. Divorce fast. Some of the most traumatic events, some of your PTSD is coming from your past divorce proceedings because they were dragged on. Divorce fast. Save yourself the scars and the trouble. Proverbs 25:24 says, it is better to live in a corner of a housetop than in a house shared with a quarrelsome wife. I never had a quarrelsome wife, but I will tell you that I've had some quarrelsome girlfriends in the past, and I can't imagine being married to them, and boy, did I dodge a bullet many times by not going further with them. Think about this. It's better to live on a rooftop, the corner of a roof, than be in the house with a quarrelsome wife. Maybe that's another thing guys need to add to their list of what to vet for. Quarreling, arguing, easily triggered. That is why when the love chemicals wear off, all the feel-good stuff wears off, what do you have left? You will wear very thin if you move forward in a relationship or in marriage, if you do it while the love chemicals are still flowing, while it's all feel-good. I say get married after the honeymoon is over. Makes more sense, right? One of the most important things that I've ever said to you is this: everyone is cool until they're not. Think about that. It's cool to get along with everybody. It is. To have the opinion and the attitude that everyone's cool. And then you give them a chance. You allow people, because a lot of times things are just, relationships and friendships are really just about fit. And fit doesn't always just happen perfectly. Sometimes things have to be forged. Friendships have to be forged. And many times friendships that have gone through the fire are stronger. But everyone is cool until they're not. The attitude is this, is that some of your enemies probably were friends at one time that did or said something, if I'm not correct, right? So if you have the attitude that everyone is cool until they're not, you're not as let down. Like, for instance, like for men, are you friends with somebody, another man, where you don't like their wife, you don't like his wife, and that affects your friendship? I've had that happen a couple times in my life. And it's sad because me and the guys get along well, but I just can't stand their wife. And I see what their wife is doing to them, and I see how they just are controlled and manipulated by a wife. And they don't really lead the family. They're more of a manipulated man. They're a figurehead in that family. And they live by this: if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Happy life, or what? Happy wife, happy life, that kind of thing. And what happens is you just end up living for someone else's happiness to make sure they're content. Are they okay? Are you okay? Everything good? You okay? All right? How you feeling? Everything cool? And you spend your whole life checking up on everyone else. Or if you're in a marriage, just walking on eggshells, making sure they're okay. What kind of way is that to live? Seriously. So, there are some guy friends that I have that I've had minimal to no contact with because of their wife. Everyone's cool until they're not. When you have that attitude, then you don't grieve as much when you lose a friend. Then you can just say, that's it, I'm done. And I've walked away from decades-long friendships because of a wife. Not my problem. He's got to live with her. That's how I look at it. Any predictions on Bitcoin? Anyone have any ideas? I know that's an interesting topic, and there are people that are they have very strong beliefs about crypto. Very strong. And their life revolves around crypto. What do you think? Where is Bitcoin going this year? Let's just say 2021. Where is Bitcoin going in 2021? Where is crypto going in 2021? I know a guy that says he enjoys the company of women, and he thinks that's controversial. I enjoy the company of women. To him, that means swiping right on a dating site on his phone, flirting a little bit with the woman, meeting this strange woman for a drink, and then bringing her back to his house where he rearranges her insides until 4 a.m., and then he drags his butt to work after he kicks her out of the house, and he's sleep deprived. And when someone says, well, I enjoy the company of women, I thought he was talking about just, hey, let's just meet for coffee and talk, which I enjoy doing. I like that. But taking it many steps further. That's the delusion of men. She's doing it with me because I'm a prize. Yeah. So was the guy who enjoyed her company the night before. Come on, dude. You're so special, aren't you? There's a reason it's called the carousel. And these guys complain that there's no good women out there. They're the first ones to moan and groan that there's no good women after they're swiping right and plowing strange fields. Satisfying, right? They'll argue with me that it's satisfying. And a day or two later, bitch and moan that there's no good women out there. Interesting. I contend that the world's largest, most active dating site is the workplace. The workplace. Think about it. Think about how many affairs have happened at work. Think about how many marriages crumbled because she met someone at work or he met someone at work. Something happened. The workplace is a funny place, isn't it? A lot of guys are saying that they don't want to travel with females if you travel for a living. If I was traveling for a living, I would not want to travel with a woman. No, thank you. Do my work. Go back to my hotel room. That's it if I travel. No coffee, no drinks, not even getting into the same elevator. I wouldn't do it. It's a weird world out there, and you roll the dice when you do that. The workplace, the most active and largest dating site in the world. Changed my mind on that one. Dana on Gab says, a man is someone who in a crisis is physically and mentally stronger than we are and is devoted to protect us. Find this man and let him be the man he was created to be. Love him, adore him, and let him know how strong and capable he is. I support you in this mission. Find other women who feel the same way and your life will change. Love him, adore him. Love him unconditionally. Adore him. Is he adoration worthy? That's what I would say. And then she says, let him know how strong and capable he is. Well, is he, or are you just saying that? Wishful thinking, hoping that he will become strong and capable. I'm not into lying. If your husband's a weak man, help him be stronger, but don't worship the existing weak man. Do what you can to help him. That's the one part I disagree with. Now, men, I would rather see you do that on your own rather than have your wife teach you to be strong and capable. I would rather see you have the initiative and change your life and lose weight and become the man. She's silently begging for it. Thank you to everyone who sent in the email and subscribed for the cigar glass. A winner will be chosen today randomly, and I will announce it later. So thank you very much. And if you decide to start dating, February 15th is a great time to start. Let that sink in. And with that, finish your coffee, and I'll see you tomorrow on the Daybreak Show, your home of sanity, clarity, and reason.